Now it's time for desktop discussions.
Here we go. How's everybody doing? Listen, Sir Charles Carey here, and just want to jump on for a moment to touch base with you. Thanks to everyone that had well wishes about my eye surgery, and as you can see, I have bounced back, or I'm in recovery mode of bouncing back from the procedure. It was kind of weird. I just could not imagine, lasers going in my eye and dealing with yet another occurrence. So those that know me know that I've gone through quite a few different challenges over the years, from um, you know a cancer to this and that. I mean, it's been quite a bit, and I'm grateful. But for those who thought because of it being eye surgery that I would come on with an eye patch, sorry to disappoint. Of course, I'm just kidding, but it's good to make fun of yourself from time to time, or be able to, I guess, look at yourself, with a lighthearted spirit. I'm just sharing to some other pages as I speak to y'all. But it's good to be able to do that. But my reason for being here is talking about how we're already filling up our calendar for 2026. And I'd imagine some of you would like to, if you're not able to, or if you're not actually doing it. But before 2026 gets here, there's still things to do in 2025. I believe I posted that somewhere. And because that's just the fact of the matter, we have to be able to um, not wait for tomorrow to get here and prepare. We need to prepare for today so that tomorrow's work is not taking us by surprise. We're prepared for it. We're expecting it. We've planned for it. And in particular, I'm talking about the upcoming holiday season as we enter this new year. We're talking about New Year's resolutions. And to me, I've always said for a number of years, why do we need to have New Year's resolutions when you can start your year anytime you want, and have the mindset of New Year solution? Because the old adage of a New Year's resolution simply focuses on waiting for January 1st to start something. And now this is the mark or the beginning of your new endeavor. Well, when you get a job, it's not necessarily January 1st, right? It's whatever date you get that job. Whenever your needs were meant to be met, you were able to do that. And it wasn't January 1st, right? When you come into money or anything significant, it's not necessarily on January 1st. And I think a lot of times we latch on to tradition because that's what everyone else does. That's what they say. So we do what they say, what they do, and usually we'll wind up getting what they get. So if you are trying to lose weight and you say, I'm going to start at the beginning of the year, well, I don't know if it's 30 days, 60 days, it's a couple of weeks. People fall off the wagon because we're all doing the same thing. So, in other words, you need to, and we need to, not just you, me too. We need to do things a little differently that's tailored for us. And I'm talking about the 5 reasons your dreams never see the light of day. We've got a webinar coming up on this Saturday, 11 p.m. Eastern. So if you are on the Eastern Seaboard, you know what time to come in. And if you're on the West Coast, we know there's a 3-hour difference. If you're in the Midwest, there's a 2-hour difference, maybe, depending exactly, because I get that mountain time stuff mixed up. But check your local listings and time zones. But really, it's all about making the shift you want to make. If you don't make the shift can't happen. It's not going to happen by or through osmosis. We have to be willing to stand up and, step up to the plate, so to speak, raise the bar ourselves. And if someone else has raised the bar, you rise to the bar so that we know that a risen bar can be met, can be matched, and maybe exceeded. And those are my plans because that's what I'm doing. So this Saturday, I want to talk to you about whatever those 5 things are. And I understand because I've been there. It can be scary, just straight up. What is the business you want to go into? If it's a business oriented venture, or what is it, the job that you want? Because the things that I speak about don't just relate to entrepreneurs, it relates to everyday people, it relates to the work industry, as well as the entrepreneurial industry or the entrepreneurial endeavors that we all aspire to it from time to time. And we have to think, this thing that we've been thinking about doing, who does it help? What is the benefit of that thing? And that's key because a lot of times we're not sure because we haven't thought it through to know, where we're going to make a difference and how we're going to make a difference. And, is it for older people? Is it for younger people? Who's it for? Is it for people in our immediate age range? And these are all significant things. Is it a leadership mentality that's needed? And I would say ultimately from the entrepreneur side, leadership is a big part of it because you're stepping out on faith and doing things without anyone guiding you, without anyone telling you what to do, without anyone taking you by the hand necessarily in the beginning stages and showing you step by step on how to do things. Now, the difference with the web class that we're going to have, it sort of is a step by step process where I will be taking you by the hand and showing you how to do certain things. And as you know, I've done a lot of things and I'm still doing a lot of things. And I'm grateful for those opportunities. Being in motion pictures, being on reality shows. I've been in multiple reality shows, some traditional reality shows, some online reality shows. What can I say? I've spoken to maybe 15,000, if not more, government employees across the nation in different capacities, done workshops, what kind of what music, producing music. I've done so many different things. I'm an author. I've written 7 books. And I'm not saying this to try and impress you. I'm just saying that if any of the things that I'm naming are things that you are thinking about or are in earshot, or if it's just simply the fact that these are the types of activities you have an interest in, these are the things you thought about, why not learn from someone who's actually done it? And I think that is so key. But a lot of times we don't do it because we're so concerned about what other people think, which is the need of acceptance, right? Do we fit in? What will they say? Will I look crazy doing this thing? Am I too old? And a lot of times you have to realize it's not about that. Your dream and the vision that you may have was given or sent to you. They didn't dream your dream. You dreamt your dream. The vision that came in your mind, the thing that appealed to you, that made your heart glad, it came to you, not to your children, not to your siblings, not to your neighbor. It came to you. And that's like one of the things that really hold us back, just wondering, will I look crazy doing this? Or I'm too old to do this, right? And you know what I'm talking about. We've all been there. Like when you go to a dance, right, and the music starts playing and you hear the song you like, but nobody's on the dance floor and you're looking around, it's like, I don't want to be the first one to go out there. But sometimes you need to be. The spirit hits you, the feeling hits you. You like the song. So you're going to do what you got to do because you like that music, right? But the need of acceptance holds you back. And when it holds you back, you don't take action. What's that thing? There are 3 birds on the wire, right? And they say 2 birds decide that they want to go fly. How many birds are left? Put it in the feed. What's the answer? If there's 3 birds on a fence or on a wire and 2 decide to fly away, how many are left? I'm just curious if y'all are tracking with me. How many are left? Just put it in the feed. Whatever you think the answer is. Now I'll read it out. And there's a point to this, of course. How many birds are left? If there are 3 birds on a fence or a wire, and two decide to fly away. Go ahead, I'm gonna check and see who's responding. Okay, well, whether you respond or not, the answer remains the same. Because if there are three birds and two decide to fly away, there's still three birds on the fence. Making a decision is not taking action. You can say one day, I'm going to start my own business, but until you actually do it, you have not taken action. And it's not a trick question, it's just a fact of life. It could have been birds, it could have been people standing against the wall. It's a fact of life. Sometimes fear, as well as the need of acceptance, prevents us from doing what we need to do or what we want to do, what we claim is so important to us, what we say we're so passionate about. And sometimes it's really finance. Sometimes the finances you'll find is the issue that challenge you for taking action. And the truth of the matter is, it's not always about the finance. Because when you decided to buy that big screen TV, you bought it. When you decided to buy new boots or shoes, you bought it. And not only that, sometimes it's literally not even about finance because some of the things we want to do, we already possess the talent, the ability, the skills, the tools, the resources to do it. So there is no out-of-pocket cost. And see, that's something we don't always realize. So on Saturday, what I'm going to do is take you from soup to nuts and talk about some of the things that prevent you from taking action, the things that prevent you from showing up, things that prevent you from doing what you claim is so important to you or you're so excited about. You know, you could be the first one in your family to make a big difference. You could be the first one to do something that many thought has never been done before. You know, a lot of people used to tell me, "You always doing something, Charles. You always got this or that going on." And to a degree, they're right. But if I'm honest with you and I'm honest with myself, I feel that I've been really lazy over the years. And yes, I know that it appears that I've done a lot, and I have, but I could have still done so much more. And the reason why I'm saying that is because number one, that's the truth. I could have been doing so much more, although I may have still done a lot. So that means if I would have been doing more, I would have had more, bigger, or better results, even. But by me not pushing, I didn't have bigger, better results. But compared to maybe other people, I do have good results. I do have big results. I do have better results. So I'm grateful for the opportunities that have been afforded to me. But imagine if I push harder. And the same goes for you. If you have not taken action, imagine if you do take action. Then when you do take action, imagine if you challenge yourself and really do more than what you've done in the past. And that's where the rubber meets the road. That's the big difference maker that a lot of us don't realize. And it makes a difference. And it makes a difference because you want to fulfill your dream. You're the one that want to show your children by example. You have a point to prove, not to other people necessarily, but to yourself, that it can be done. So don't deny yourself the opportunity of getting it done. And I probably should have like the link that I could put in here, but if you just go to the right under my name, in fact, sircharlescarryinc.com/contact. Send me a shout out through my website or DM me directly here on social media, and I will make sure that you get the link to join this free web class on Saturday, 11 p.m. Eastern. 5 reasons why your dreams never see the light of day. And we're going to go through everything. And again, it's no cost to you. All you got to do is show up. You show up, I promise I will show out. We're going to go again from beginning to end, and we're going to have a little QA with whatever remaining time is there, because My thing is really about people. People ask me, what's the biggest thing you like about speaking? And the biggest thing I like about speaking is the fact that I love the fact that when I'm able to pour into other people, I can see their interest. I can see them thinking about the content that I'm sharing with them. And I can see that they have a genuine desire to do something special in their lives and for their families. Whereas a lot of people, I can't say that they don't want it, but they don't show up to take action. So if you guys got any questions, please post them. I will definitely respond back to you. I'm interested in your feedback, more interested in really having the opportunity to pour into you on Saturday, 11 a.m. 5 reasons your dreams don't see the light of day. And again, it's no knock on anyone because we've all been there. We've all made mistakes. We've all been unsure. We've all been uncertain. You know, one of the this is a big tip right here, and then I'm going to close out. One of the most important things that any of my mentors, I'm gonna give you two of the most important things that my mentors, coaches, advisors, consultants have said to me. Number one was, don't give up. So I remember meeting one of my future coaches slash mentors in a totally different capacity than what they were known for. They were doing it, they're speaking, they're coaching and stuff, but on a smaller scale. And I had no idea who they were initially until I heard their name. And I was like, I know that name. Could that be? And yes, it was. One of the mentors that my main mentor had taught, had shown the ropes. And we got close and we did a lot of different things. But the second thing, and then like I said, I'm going to close out, that I was told, and I've never forgotten it till this day. And that was a few words, 2 words, in fact, not a few, 2 words: trust yourself. And when I heard that, I was thinking to myself, that's not what I want to hear. I want the specific answers that are going to take me from A to Z. But over time, I realized how powerful those 2 words were: trust yourself, because it made a difference in my decision making, in the failures that I've had, and the milestones that I've achieved. And if you can't trust yourself, who else can you trust? And how else are you going to learn? So, with that being said, I'm going to stop jabbering because on Saturday, we're going to go through it all. 5 reasons why your dreams never see the light of day. Thanks for your time. And again, the eye is getting better. And I look forward to seeing those that sign up. DM me, go to my website, sircharlescarryinc.com/contact. Leave me your information. I'll send the links to you. And let's make this happen for this free webinar on Saturday. You don't have to wait till January 1st. You can get it popping now. Let's do this. Radiate the brain, change the game. Y'all know how it goes.